It's around 9 p.m. at night. I have just arrived at the booking station at Dreamline. Tonight, I'll be traveling from Nairobi all the way to Port Victoria in Busia County. There are a lot of people at the booking station, all of them waiting to travel to different destinations in this country. I have never traveled to Port Victoria. It is my first time, and it was suggested by majority of you. I believe it is a city or a small village at Lake Victoria, and this journey will take about 9 to 10 hours. I'm not sure about the time. The bus, I am waiting for it currently. It is coming from Mombasa, and it will arrive here at around 11 p.m. Then we shall depart from here at Sema Plaza, Mombasa Road. Then we will stop at Nakuru, I think, for a short break. Here we shall be washing down, as you guys know. Then from there, we shall continue all the way to Port Victoria. I understand that Port Victoria has a border with Uganda. I was told that it has some islands that are not in this country but are on the other side of Uganda. I will also try to travel to those areas and see how those islands look, interact with the people who live there. So if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel. This is the guy, this is from Kenya. I always try and make sure that I'll take you guys to every part of this country and every corner. So make sure you subscribe and support this channel. Let's travel. Travel with me from Nairobi to Port Victoria at the border of Kenya and Uganda. We left Nairobi at exactly midnight, knowing we had about 9 hours on the road ahead of us. We used the southern bypass, which was almost empty at that time, with very few vehicles in sight. Most homes along the road were dark as Nairobians were asleep, preparing for another working day. We rejoined the Nairobi-Nakuru highway at Gitaru, where traffic was also light. It was very cold and foggy around Kimende, making it difficult for drivers to see clearly. I honestly wish I had carried a blanket or a Masai shuka because the cold was penetrating my jacket and dealing with me properly. A few minutes before Naivasha Town Junction, we made a surprise stop and were told to get down and go Saidia ourselves, kwani siku hizi stopover ilihamishwa Nakuru. I walked into this shop and bought a cup of tea to keep myself warm. That single cup cost me 150 shilling. Chai ni lazima. About 10 minutes later, we were back on the bus and back on the road. Along the way, we spotted another Dreamline bus that I was told had left Mombasa and was heading to Malaba at the Kenya-Uganda border. Tuko na boda nyingi na Uncle Museveni. Other buses walisomeshwa mkeka. By 3 a.m. we were in Nakuru town, but we did not stop at the usual stopover. That is when it hit me there will be no ugali nyama to wash down tonight. We only stopped briefly at the booking office to pick up parcels. I took that opportunity to buy some water from a nearby shop. I also decided to promote this guy by buying his coffee, but honestly that coffee was terrible. Ilikuwa inaonja sijui aje. I remembered what happened to me in Lamu's Witu. Niliacha hapo for anyone who wanted it. Do you remember that bus?
Toxic love, look how you make me happy. You take a hold of me. You take a hold of me. I wish I could give you up, but you're my new favorite drug. Enter into my blood.
About 30 minutes later, we arrived at the famous Salga. The biggest problem here is lorries trying to overtake each other at a snail's pace, creating unnecessary traffic jams. By 6 a.m. we were in Kisumu Dala, where we stopped to drop a few passengers. Past Kisumu International Airport, we branched at Kisian, and by the way, I was looking fresh despite not sleeping at all last night. Most people in this area are farmers and the land looked green and beautiful. We passed several small markets including Kolenyo before making a stop in Bondo, Kuababa. May he rest in peace. Next was Siaya town, where we dropped more passengers. We continued dropping passengers in villages such as Nyadorera before finally arriving in Port Victoria at exactly 9:33 a.m. I will be here for the next few days exploring this border town, and I'll be sharing everything I discover. Follow for part 2.